Good afternoon from Department 56. Collectors, if you think you saw this a minute ago, you maybe did. We were having some technical difficulties, but I think we've got everything resolved now. So we're basically going to be starting over. The other one was deleted so that we can get a better quality picture for you. We are going to talk a little bit today about two brand new series that are both licensed series, and those are the Munsters and the Addams Family. And as I was starting to tell you, the Addams Family and the Munsters both were introduced to the television in 1964. And I remember as a little girl watching both of these thinking, these are both crazy shows. And they really were kind of crazy. The Munsters house you see right here in front of you, this is resin, and it was designed by Scott Enter, who does a lot of our Halloween, and he does all of our Snow Village, and he really got some wonderful detail on these pieces. If you can see on the top and in the front of the piece, you'll see that we have leaves, no snow. There's no snow on either one of these. So you'll be able to use these now going into fall. The other part of the set, and the house comes as a two-piece set with the gate. And the gate has the address 1313 Mockingbird Lane and the mailbox on it. Really detailed iron gate and then the dead tree there. So put that together and you've got a really nice setup. Accompanying those will be the accessories, and we've got little Eddie and cousin Marilyn. We've got Grandpa, all-time favorite. He was always kind of the naughty guy, always trying to do things. We've got Lily, the mother of the family, and look at the detail on her. And if you look to the back, she had those kind of striking white streaks in her hair, and our artist who did all the accessories really did a nice job of capturing that. And doing them in resin will always give us really fine detail, and they're all hand painted, so I mean the details in the painting is even exquisite on these pieces. And then of course the father of the family, Herman. And Herman is carrying his lunchbox, as you can see. And I think they said Herman stood a little over 7 feet tall when he was in full costume. He was played by an actor called whose name was Fred Gwynne, and Fred really did a lot of other interesting character roles. If you remember Car 54, Where Are You? He was the other police officer in that series. Always kind of a comic actor, and looks like Herman is going to work. Now, the Munsters were a working class family, so a little more blue collar. In fact, did you know that Herman earned his living at Gateman, Goodman, and Graves, which was a funeral home? He was a grave digger. Totally appropriate. They were totally oblivious that they were different from other people. So I just think the Munsters was kind of a cool setup. Now, besides the Munsters, we also have, and I'll just set these aside so that you can see both series side by side. We have the Addams Family. This series originally started being produced last year at this time, and we've got some new additions, and I've got everything that's available here. And you can see it's kind of a slim profile for the piece, so they'll be perfect on the shelf. Again, no snow on the pieces. And these pieces are really done in black and white. This series was done by Tom Bates, our artist who does Alpine Village and Dickens Village and Christmas in the City. And I've gone past Tom's art studio a number of times, and he's looking at the original art that was done by a man named Charles Addams. Charles Addams was an illustrator and a cartoonist, and he did over 150 one-cell, one-picture cartoons for the New Yorker magazine over a period of many years. Let's see if I can find that. It was between 1938 and 1988. So for 50 years, he was doing these crazy Addams Family caricatures and commentaries in his illustrations for the New Yorker magazine. There's a lot of detail here on this piece. You can see how well it's lit up with the widow's walk on the different levels, the ironwork. Really neat. We've got some figures that go with this, and I wanted to show you those. We've got, let's see. Some of them are kind of small, so I don't see them. We got stuck. We've got the children, Wednesday and Pugsley. And Wednesday and Pugsley are playing with one of their favorite toys, which was a guillotine, and they are beheading one of the dolls. We've got, oh here, this is the one I was looking for. We've got Morticia and Gomez, the lovebirds. That they are together. We have got Lurch, the butler. He's ready to do his duty, serving tea. We've got the famous, I could never pretend to imitate how he talked, Cousin It. We've got Grandmama Frump over here. Let's see, let's put her right there. And then a new accessory this year is called the Thrill Seeker Vehicle with Uncle Fester, which is looks like a 1930s style roadster that can just pull right up in front of the house. And as you can see, these are all done in kind of a black and white format, and the reason for that is because of all of Charles Addams's illustrations were done in black and white. So we wanted to stay true to that. These are reminiscent of the cartoon series, not the TV series. So that's where our inspirations come from. And here's a little example of the packaging. This happens to be the accessory that has Morticia and Gomez in it. And you can see there's a colored illustration of the accessory. And then each box will also have the original artwork that we were inspired by when we were doing the accessories. So very, very well done. And again, they're resin. The detail is spectacular, and we're just very proud of this series. And these are two series that you've asked for a very long time. Now there's a couple of other accessories. They require a little more lighting up here. Let's see. There's got to be another empty cord here. It's a 3. It's a 3 light. 1, 2. Well, it's got to be here. I should have had them all hooked up before we started. The very famous Uncle Fester, who electrifies a light bulb. And when I first saw the drawing, I thought, oh, how cute. And they said, and it's going to light. I don't know if you can see that, but it is lit. So even if you don't get the whole series, this certainly would be something you'd want to add to your Halloween Village this fall. I just think it's wonderful. 2 other things that we've added this year for the Addams family. This is the carriage house, probably where Uncle Fester keeps his roadster, and that is a lit piece. And these light using batteries, so I've got them hooked up to an AC/DC adapter, so you can see that the barn door is slid open and it is lit. There's a staircase on the side, so just extreme detail. And you know, there's detail on all 4 sides, so it will be very easy to display. The other one is the Addams Family crypt, of course, and here is our only look at thing. and Thing is coming out of the door of the crypt, and Thing was just the hand, and he would move around. And I don't know how they did that back in the 60s. That was pretty amazing. But there is the Addams Family crypt. And again, the architecture on all of the pieces go together, and I think it's really, really well done. And these were all done by Tom Bates. The last thing that I'd like to show you is, move a few things out of the way here because this table is only so big. Let's just move these over here. Is the Daily Planet. Now, this did come out in January, and I understand it is starting to ship to the retailers, but it's such a wonderful piece that I thought it really deserved a nod when we have our Facebook Live sessions. And as you can see, the Daily Planet was the large metropolitan skyscraper where Superman hung out as Clark Kent, and this is a removable accessory that you can put on top if you choose not to use it. I had some people at the beginning of the year said, "Oh, I'm going to add this to Christmas in the City, but I'm not going to put Clark Kent on the top." Well, I think Clark Kent looks pretty cute on the top. And once I got him in, I think I just broke it. You put that back on the top for me.
Okay.
There we go. Okay.
It's fine.
It's fine. Yeah. I think it was just the little sign that came unglued a little bit. But what I did is he was a little more straight up and down, and I turned him so that he would be able to see the planet that he was flying around. Can we see that then? Okay, good. But I think this is a really nice introduction, and I didn't know until this afternoon who did it. You're always very interested in which artists are responsible for these designs. This was Tom Bates, of course. Tom does our Christmas in the City, so I think it was a natural fit for him to design this piece. And when I asked him about it, he said, well, there were some pictures of it, not the whole building, so he got some snatches from some of the illustrations, some of the cartoons. Then he had to do a little bit of inventing and using some of his architectural skills to complete the piece. I think it's really got some nice detail. It's got some Art Deco doors on the front, and really reminiscent of the time that Superman, the first Superman films and TV series came out. And this is a DC Comics licensed piece. Do we have any questions or anything, Nate? We're pretty good that way. Good. Well, I did want to share just a couple of other things with you. The event calendar is online now, and there may be some changes, and if we get some times from some of the retailers, we may be able to add that and make some changes to the schedule. If there are any events that are added, we will put those up there as well. So just kind of look at that every once in a while to see if one of our Department 56 personalities or artists will be in your area. As far as my schedule goes, I am going to be out in Portland at the end of September, attending a big event for the Village Idiots, a collectors club out there. And then I know there is another mini gathering scheduled in March in California. So I look forward to hearing more information about that. And if I get some information that I can share with you, I would be glad to do that. Also up online now are the artist events for Ann Diesendorf, who does our Possible Dream Santas, and a lot of you collect those. They're beautifully done. And for Christy Jensen Pirro, our Snow Babies artist, and she will be making a couple of appearances around the United States this year. And don't forget about Barb Lund. This will be the last opportunity that you will have to meet and talk with Barb. She will be appearing at 3 different Village events, one in San Diego, one in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and one in Frankenmuth, Michigan. And she will be signing the Russell Street books, which was the very last piece for Dickens Village that she designed for us before her retirement this year. We'll be taking a little bit of a break from our Facebook Live with holidays and vacations and everything. Our next event will be September 5th, which is the Thursday right after Labor Day. And I look forward to seeing you then, when I will have a special guest, and I will tell you who that is because you don't want to miss it. Rick Jackson, the director of our creative team, he promises he will tell us more about the production process, and we are hopeful that we will have some molds that we will be able to show you, and have some show you the difference between a mold for a ceramic piece and a mold for a resin piece. And I think you'll find that very interesting whether you collect one village or another. The production process is very interesting, and Rick knows a lot about it and is going to share some really nice insights with us. So until next time, have a safe Labor Day weekend. See you soon. Bye-bye.